Chilton County and Coosa County has now become a tornado warned storm again here. This is kind of far northern Tallapoosa County right now, showing you the reflectivity. The storm's kind of wrapping back up again, trying to produce a tornado. This also includes Clay County, Randolph County as well, too. So we're going to continue watching these as they moves off very quickly here, still to the east, but still has that kind of hook shape back to it. And last time it started doing this, it actually produced a tornado there in Chilton County, crossing right over about the Coosa River there on into parts of the Coosa County area. So, but now we're beyond that into Tallapoosa County, southern part of Clay County there right now is where the storm is located here. So going to give you a kind of a storm track with this one as we go on in here, kind of zooming on in what we're talking about. And it's this location here. So really kind of talking about those areas there of northern Tallapoosa County is where we're continuing to watch here, again, the storm. So Valley Grove Road right in through here is where we're talking about that circulation continuing to be on through Bethel Circle area. Excuse me, if you're watching in those areas there, still watching that storm there as it continues farther off to the east. So looking at the latest with the velocity here, showing that rotation starting to ramp up and getting a little bit stronger out there once again. So we're seeing that counterclockwise circulation with the reds going away from the radar, greens going toward the radar here. And looking at our debris tracker, have not seen anything quite yet out there, but it only took a couple scans for last time for that really when it started developing for us to start seeing this potentially producing a tornado once again. This is not a huge thunderstorm right now, but as we mentioned earlier, it's the only thunderstorm out here. So again, this is the only one we're talking about, staying away from Alexander City area, but could impact for you over in the Roanoke area. So notice the lightning really starting to get more intense. As Griff and I have noted multiple times today, when storms started showing a lot more lightning, storm is starting to strengthen, and usually a sign that it's beginning to possibly become a tornado again as well too. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the lightning off just so we can see the storm a little bit better here. But what we're watching here with that storm as it continues to move through fairly quickly, I might add here. It's going to be moving off to the kind of northeast here, close to about, we'll say about 55 miles per hour or so. So we're talking about Almond, you'll be getting impacted about 11 minutes. Wadley there coming in about 14 minutes. Over toward the Cornhouse area around 24, Midway 25, and Roanoke about 28 minutes until it comes to your direction here. So still looking at that. Here's the updated storm track. So let me go ahead and clear this one off. I'll get you this one here. The new number is just coming on in. There you can see Almond 10, same for Corinth, Wadley 15, Cornhouse 25 now, Midway about 26, over towards Roanoke about 28 minutes for you as well. So still going to continue watching this one as it moves on in. Parts now kind of straddling at this point Tallapoosa and Clay counties now, heading over toward part of Randolph County as well. So we're going to continue watching this one moving on into the east here. Not a big thunderstorm, but again starting to show more of a hook up a little bit more. And last time it showed that actually was a sign that we saw the storm strengthening just a little bit and eventually producing a tornado. It looks like it did cause some damage, as mentioned earlier there, on into parts there of Coosa County, as well as on in the other side of the Coosa River there over in Chilton County. So I'm going to continue this track here as the storm is maybe trying to show something there, Griffin. You can see it's a little too soon. A little bit. Its line up is getting close to it right now, but nonetheless, though, still going to watch this storm here. I haven't got any reports coming in yet from anything, but we'll continue to watch this one. Yeah. Again, it's the only storm, Griffin, we have out there. Yep. And it's going to be moving into Georgia here soon. Really, fingers crossed that this is the last one that we have to deal with. We really should hope so, but still an area of rotation that's pretty noteworthy there, showing up just northeast of New Site by around 5 miles northeast of New Site, tracking over to the east at around 60 miles per hour. Wadley is the next town that is next in line for this potential tornado. So if you're living along Highway 22, State Route 22, along that Randolph right Chambers County line there, you need to go ahead and go to your safe spot. Wadley, Daviston, right New Site, all of these places that you see here in the far eastern part of Alabama. I say that I'm hoping that this is the last storm because zooming the picture out a little bit, I'll show you. This is the only storm on the board, and it's the only one that's a supercell. We've got some showers that are starting to come in up towards Fayette and Jasper, but as soon as that clears the area, we're in the clear, and there's really nothing that's developing out ahead of it, which is great. So just one storm that's on the board that's seriously worth watching here that's got a tornado warning with it. But it's still a supercell. It's still very powerful. It's got a ton of lightning strikes with it as it approaches just looks like it's passing just south of Lineville there. So it's going to be missing Lineville
and potentially moving towards Roanoke. But look at how much that lightning output has picked up in the past 15 minutes. Showing you the lightning counter here, around 200 lightning strikes in the past 15 minutes. That's about exactly what we saw when it was in Chilton County, crossing over into Coosa County, when it did produce a tornado with a debris signature. Switching over to that debris indicator now, there's maybe a little bit of something. Maybe a little bit something there, just east of Highway 49, straddling that county line you see there. So there may be. Let me, oh, excuse me, I zoomed out a little bit there. Let me go back. That does appear to be kind of co-located with.
It's very, very close to where everything's kind of lining up there at that point. So
yeah, there could be something there.
Yeah, it's have to watch that one area there, right on
pinhole TDS you see there.
Narrow Lane Road, Mountain Road, Bethany Road, Simpson Road area, right about Simpson there as it continues to move through. And Weather Service has agreed. It is tornado detection. Yep, they're saying a TDS right there. So this is what we're looking at right through there. I don't know what screen we have. There we go. That is what we're seeing. So it looks like the storm has decided to become stronger. It took a little longer to get organized here, but it does have that little hook there. So right near the Simpson area, if you're watching us just north of you, that is where our tornado would be located, right along the line there. And it's going to continue on that track there. To give you an idea, Almond will be in your area in about 6 minutes. So take shelter now. Wadley, 11 minutes. Cornhouse, 19 minutes. Midway, 21. Wehadkee, they're right around 21 minutes for you. Roanoke, around 22 minutes. It continues all the way there to the High Shoals area, around 26 minutes. So that's the storm. This is producing another tornado with it. Same supercell that produced a tornado out near Chilton County, crossing into Coosa County. Now we're watching. If you're watching us in Almond, you need to take shelter immediately. It is headed your way. This did produce a tornado. Last time it looked like this. It's likely going to be doing, or it is doing that now. As you can see, the debris tracker showing just a little bit here coming in with that. So that is where we're talking about that tornado currently being located, at least at this point. That warning does go into effect until 10:45 right now. So as kind of right along the county line here, we're talking about Clay County and into Tallapoosa County. So that's where our tornado is located and moving there off to the northeast fairly quickly, about 60 miles per hour. So as the storm continues to try to get stronger and stronger out there, we'll just have to wait and see if this does try to get a little bit more of an organization, and maybe the next scan coming in would show, if it does, maybe a little bit more of a debris signature showing up here, coming on in, likely in parts of far southeastern Clay County at this point, headed toward Randolph County there. Chambers County may be kind of moving just north of you, but you're in part of the warning there. There's Wadley, and again, the storm becoming pretty close to Wadley, maybe just to the north of you, but you need to take shelter. And now, lowest level of your home, again, away from windows. The Almond area is mentioned as well. That's we do again have this. So this is our tornado debris signature showing up right now. Again, you can see right where the hook echo is located with that right here, the little notch coming up there, thumb if you will. That is where we do have that storm and that tornado at this point. So the storm is moving fairly quickly here. And it is starting to get a little bit stronger once again. But again, this is where our rotation is showing up right in through here. And that kind of lines up exactly where we're seeing that little hook, if you will. And there we go. This probably here is going to show up a little bit better. Yep, there we go. There's a tornado right through there. So this is definitely producing a tornado again. Looks like this is now kind of just over the county line of Tallapoosa into Clay County. We're talking far extreme here, Clay County. So the northern part of the Clay County, you're fine. Lineville's well to the north there. But this is going to head toward the Wadley area. This is our tornado right in through here. So again, now kind of right into far southeastern Clay County, about to go into Randolph County, and maybe just staying just to the north of Chambers County here. So if you're watching us in that location, need to take shelter immediately. The town of Almond is what we talked about earlier. That is where the tornado is headed. And you can see right now, Sikesville, tornado is coming right over top. It is right over top of you right now for all intents and purposes, with the new radar sweep coming in. Will show that. Almond, take shelter right now. I don't know why there's two of them showing up, but be in your safe place right now, away from windows. Again, need to be in your basement, lowest level of your home here. This is our tornado. This is another one showing up. Same supercell, just kind of produced one tornado, took a little break. Now it's producing another tornado here. That's been kind of the trend with some of these storms that we've seen out there throughout the day today, really. So Sikesville, the tornado is right over top of you, heading right over top of the Almond area. So take shelter right now if you're watching us in those locations. There it is.
Yeah, and it's another very large tornado.
Another large tornado coming on in. I'm sure the Weather Service is confirming that. Confirmed large large and extremely dangerous tornado near Wehadkee right now. So there's Wehadkee. There you can see that this tornado is really starting to ramp up here. Looking at the reflectivity, we'll see there's that debris ball right in there before that we saw, and you can see the velocity here still showing, again, pretty strong rotation. But the best way to show this here, again, there is your debris signature. That is what we're talking about. So if you're watching us, Sikesville area, it's right over top of you right now. Headed just to the north in your Wehadkee. Almond, it's right over top of you. Shelter now. Take cover now. Have your helmet on. Be in your safe place. So listen to our voice while you're watching this out here in the eastern part of the state here as the storm continues to move in over Almond. Wehadkee here about 15 minutes. Midway 15 minutes. In Roanoke about 17. Potash there around 21 minutes. Woodland around 23. Omaha 24 minutes. Giving an early lead time here. The last storm didn't last too long when it did start to tornado. This one we'll see if it's going to continue longer or not. It is nighttime here. Current time is 10:03, so we're still watching this one here. Pretty large tornado coming in with this one right now, right over the town of Almond, likely doing significant damage to that area. Going to move right dangerously close to Wehadkee area. Take shelter now. The storm is moving that way. We've confirmed a tornado with this one here through Doppler radar at that point. It's, again, that is where it is on the debris indicator. Going back to reflectivity here, so there is where our debris ball would be located.
There's your debris ball passing right through downtown Almond right now, right on top of Highway 77. So if you're in the western sections of Wehadkee right there, this is a very dangerous situation. There is a TDS, a very large one. Dave is showing you there, right there on radar. That is all debris that is being thrown up by this tornado. So once again, just like we've dealt with all day long today, you need to go to that interior room away from doors and windows. It's the middle of the night. You're not going to be able to see it. Even this late into the night tonight, we're still dealing with some very large, extremely dangerous tornadoes. It's coming up on the Tallapoosa River now. It's going to be approaching Forester Chapel here within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Broughton, Peavy, Concord in southern Randolph County. You need to go ahead and go to your safe spot immediately. This is a large, dangerous tornado, and eventually this will move downstream towards Roanoke. So if you're in Roanoke, go to your safe spot right now and stay there until we give an all clear. This is a very dangerous storm. We've seen many of them today, and if there is a tornado in here, it would be on the southwestern flank, right about here. That's your tornado right there, tracking up to the northeast like that. It's moving very quickly at around 60 miles an hour, so you don't have much time left to get to that safe spot. So let's clear that off the screen here, pull up the storm tracks once again, give you an idea of where this is headed. So Cornhouse, you have 13 minutes to get to shelter. Roanoke, 15 minutes. High Shoals, 20 minutes away from you. This is all going to be in southern Randolph County, far east Alabama, right on the state line with Georgia. There's a large, extremely dangerous tornado tracking right towards this Cornhouse area, passing likely just south of Midway. But if you're in Midway, go to your safe spot right now, Dave. This is yet another very dangerous situation.
It is, Griffin, right now. And again, it's still looking at a very significant signature showing up here when we talk about. We use that's kind of a technical term, but basically the large tornado here. Large, dangerous tornado. Again, Cornhouse, 12 minutes for you. Midway, 14 minutes. Roanoke, 16 minutes away. High Shoals, about 20 minutes away. So going to continue watching this. You can see heading just north of the Wehadkee area here. Going to be closing right over top. You see the Tallapoosa River. That's what we're talking about. Continue to move on in north of Wehadkee, or maybe right over top of the Wehadkee area. So dangerous storm here moving on through. This is a bigger tornado than we saw last time, and there's our rotation indicator coming on in as well too. It is going to be rain wrapped. We're not going to be able to see this, plus it's dark, so it makes it even worse out there. You can hear the howling of the winds coming on in too. Large hail tied in with this as well, and Griffin was talking about this earlier. A lot of lightning showing up with this. When we start seeing the lightning dying down, usually that's a good sign the storm is weakening. Well, it's ramping up right now, so that's a sign it's continuing fairly strong. And we'll continue seeing it strengthening just a little bit. Velocity still shows, again, there's our strong rotation tied in right here, but still the best way to indicate where the storm is that. This is our tornado here. This is our debris indicator indicating, yep, this is where our tornado is. That's where the debris is located. Storm is moving through with the tornado and taking that damage, likely some still wooded areas here, staying those woods and throwing them up into the air. So in Clay County now, heading on into Randolph County, we're going to be dealing with, again, the storm with that tornado tornado on the ground, of course. This continues to move just dangerously close to Wehadkee right now, and will continue on that track here all the way here off to the northeast, eventually going on in toward Randolph County. Again, the best way to show you here, Cornhouse, 13 minutes away. Take shelter now. It is heading up your way. Look at this. Wow. TDS, look at the size, 2.2 miles there,
Holy
Griffin.
cow.
That would be a fairly large tornado at this point here with that debris signature, that is. That isn't necessarily the tornado's that big. It just has that much debris showing up out there. So again, pretty intense to see that at this hour here. So that is our tornado here. It's look, maybe it's trying to die down a little bit, which would be some great news. But nonetheless, though, we might be seeing some of that storm kind of redeveloping here. As we saw earlier, a new downdraft in front of it here, or updraft rather, not downdraft, updraft, maybe trying to develop here near Wehadkee, and that may be trying to rob that one, and this may try to form, but at that point it may take it till it gets to Roanoke, or maybe go all the way into Georgia at that point too. So incredible storm here, a lot of heavy rain and hail. Wehadkee area, that's where it's the heaviest rain, and that's where some large hail is going to be seen here too. Looking at the hail tracker, you can see kind of staying just north of where the circulation is at that point. Of course, our strong winds tied in with where that circulation is too, and there again is our tornado. Again, just giving you more of those times. Cornhouse, you got 10 minutes till it gets to your area at this point. So get ready. You want to be in that safe place in your home. Again, maybe have your helmet on. Get ready for this nighttime tornado. Power may be going out. I know this is a rural area, but nonetheless, though, still need to watch this one very closely. That tornado warning does go till 10:45 tonight. So currently it is 10:09 here, local time, of course. So that is our main storm here. That is the one we do have a tornado with. Fortunately, that is the only thing. We have some storms behind it. Nothing significant through it, but still may brought some rain to Sylacauga area. To the south, really don't have anything. Down in Auburn, things are pretty quiet. Wetumpka, pretty quiet. Birmingham area, we're already in the clear. Tornado watch has been cleared for the area, so we don't need to worry about severe weather anymore. You can go to bed here across the Birmingham area. Basically, I-65 westward, you're in the clear. Don't worry about severe weather. I-65 here to the east, we're still watching this supercell. Another cluster of storms here coming out of the Gadsden area, about to cross into Georgia. Most of it already has. But this one, we're going to continue watching it here as it moves on into eventually here across the Georgia area. But kind of working its way through Randolph County now. I can see Wehadkee area is right over top of you at this hour here. The velocity is still showing pretty strong rotation with that one. So as we continue to watch that, you can see that debris is still being shown up. So we're not lost the debris yet. Here's 431, Roanoke area, Wehadkee area. Again, looks like it's kind of going right between the two of you. So this is what we're going to watch, eventually crossing over Highway 431. Again, very dangerous here. Nighttime tornado kind of moving on in. Let's zoom on into the Wehadkee area here and just see what we're talking about with that debris kind of went through right over top of the town of Almond. Now can continue to work its way toward Forester Chapel. So if you're watching us there in Forester Chapel, it's headed your way. You can see some of the roads there. County Road right now, 43, 849, County Road 49, 854, County Road 15, County Road 333 here coming into the Forest Chapel area, and Highway 43. That is where this is going. So if you're watching us in Forester Chapel, it is coming right to your area there, eventually heading over toward Friendship and the Harmon Crossroads area. Look for that to continue to move through Highway 828 as well. Again, this is where our tornado is located, south of the Malone area now, but heading right toward the Forester Chapel area, going toward Friendship, eventually Crossroads, Harmon Crossroads, the Broughton area, and Cornhouse, of course. We'll be talking about that area being impacted by this as well. Storm is still strong, some debris there just north of the Wehadkee area right now, so we're going to continue to watch this one here as the storm continues to produce a tornado at this point. So we still have a tornado warning here. We're now talking here for Randolph County. This is going to continue on into about 10:45. So we're still watching this one. We'll continue to track this one as well too. But CBS 42 News at 10 o'clock already started and continues right now.